Okay, and you mentioned Richard Munson, the Spokane Valley mayor. He is on the phone with us tonight. He is also with the governor. Mr. Munson?
Yes.
Tell us about this state of emergency.
Well, it's a technical thing. The state statutes states that there's a need for a state of emergency, then the mayor has the authority to declare that. I declared it at 9:31, and the county declared it at 9:30. And we have asked the governor to declare a state of emergency as well. And I believe she's going to do that in just a few minutes. And in this particular situation, what it really does is it turns on funding to help pay for the extra man hours that we're expending with both the police and the firefighters, who I might add have done a marvelous job in getting this thing under control and making sure that there's no loss of life and a minimum loss of property.
And Mayor Munson, do you know how many other agencies have come to our aid? We heard stuff from
we've
Cheney.
got something, a group from Kootenai County. We've got people from Rosalia. We have a number of different fire. That's all I know off the top of my head.
Okay.
The American Red Cross is here. The Department of Natural Resources is here, and we're very pleased the governor's here.
Mayor, thank you so much. We want to, I hate to interrupt you, but we are looking at a live picture of the governor leaving the command post right now. She's accompanied also by the Spokane County Sheriff, Ozzie Knezovich, and her entourage, basically, of folks from the command post.
And it's a pretty safe bet that she, too, is going to be declaring a state of emergency very shortly, as did Spokane County about 9:30, as Mayor Munson mentioned, and he did the same thing at 9:31. So we're getting this moving along on the level of seriousness and declaring this officially, as Governor Christine Gregoire will be making it to our cameras once she gets past some of the other reporters and officials there. We do have reporters there, too, so in fact we just passed Tanya Dahl. I'm sure she'll get a camera and a microphone up there so we can hear what she has to say.
We've got DNR is on the site right now. We have got some planes ready to go first thing in the morning, depending upon the wind and what happens overnight. And I also dispatched only one of our Chinook National Guard helicopters to California. I have one still available at McCord if necessary, and I also told California if I have to call the other one back, I will.
Can you brief us really quickly about the efforts so far right now?
Well, I tell you, it just kind of, the weather took everything by surprise. I was headed to Wenatchee for another purpose, and we had 2 fires there contained at 60%. And when the winds came up, we landed in very difficult conditions at 35 miles an hour. And one of the fires we could see, we flew over, was definitely not contained any longer. Flying from Wenatchee to Spokane, we obviously flew through the Wenatchee fires, Adams County fires, and then on to the Spokane fires. The point being, virtually from Wenatchee east, it's a pretty smoky cloud throughout the travel. And then if you go north to Ferry and Stevens, we have the same situation there. So the weather conditions have just kind of sparked. Everything's just kind of happening in most of eastern Washington right now.
Yeah. Well, it didn't take you very long to come down here at all.
No, my concern for Spokane is it's one thing to have a brush fire, it's another thing to have homes at risk. And we have homes at risk here. And the mayor, where is the mayor? The mayor is here, and so is the mayor of Spokane. The mayor and the county have both said verbally to me we need an emergency declaration. I've done a verbal emergency declaration so that we can have all resources ready. If necessary, I have fire trained the National Guard this spring, which is pretty unique in the country. But I did fire train our National Guard, so if necessary they can be dispatched. But we need to see what the weather conditions are overnight, and particularly the wind, to determine with the sheriff and the others here, and with my chief of the state patrol and my General Lowenberg of the National Guard, what do we need first thing in the morning? The incident commander here is really waiting to see how we prioritize this fire compared to all the other fires that we're looking at right now, and how do we dispatch what resources we have. We're calling on fire resources from western Washington to come east, but they got some distance to come to get to places like Ferry and Stevens County. But I just want to be here to support these mayors and the sheriff and the county commissioners and let them know the state's prepared to step up and do whatever it can first and foremost to save human lives and any other lives that are at stake and the houses that are at risk here.
Governor, what kind of damage are you hearing is on the ground? What have they been telling you? What's the update they told you when you landed?
Well, basically, as I understand it, we've lost approximately 4 homes here, and we've got a number of people evacuated. We don't know injuries or fatalities for that matter. We're kind of in a wait and see while the fire's being fought. I pray that there are no fatalities and no injuries. Meanwhile, I thank these folks here, the commissioners, the sheriff, the incident commander, the mayors have all stepped up here. They've done tabletop exercises. This is real. The tabletop has ensured that we are ready, and it is performing exactly as it should. Despite how quickly it happened and how it overtook because of the winds, this group is ready, and they are performing exactly as they should on the ground.
And that state of emergency again, where did you say? Is it Spokane Valley?
Ferry and Spokane. No, Spokane County actually made the declaration of emergency and asked us, so I verbally authorized my emergency management folks over on the west side at the command center to verbally authorize an emergency declaration here and in Ferry County.
How long will you be here?
I'm going to try and go with the mayor over to the rescue operation and greet some people and assure them that we're going to do everything we can to help them and protect them.
Governor, for the people that are watching this possibly into the rescue shelters and evacuation, people who either lost their homes, what do you tell them at this point?
We're doing everything we can, and the local folks here have responded exactly as they need to and have done an admirable job. We're here for support. I'm going to do everything I can with my chief and my general to make sure whatever is necessary here to keep people safe and to keep livestock safe and to keep their homes intact is done. So I want to assure the people everything that can be done is being done right now, and all the support is being put together to be available first thing in the morning.
Now we've got fires burning pretty much all over the eastern part of the state. What's the possibility of statewide?
I need to see right now. I have verbal requests only from Spokane and Ferry counties, and I've immediately responded to them. We do have 2 fires in Wenatchee, one that was contained, that is no longer contained. I flew over it. Adams County, I flew over it. So we'll have to see. I think the weather conditions overnight are going to be critical to determine what, if anything, more we need to do, and how do we prioritize our resources. We're calling on our friends in firefighting in the west side to come over and help on the east side. It'll take them a while to get here, but they're ready. We've got air support ready first thing in the morning out of Moses Lake, and if necessary, I can call in the Guard and can call in the Chinook that's positioned at McCord Air Force Base. Okay?
Does the declaration come with any emergency funding?
We don't talk about. It's not about giving a dime to the mayor. It's about giving him the human and the equipment resources that he needs. It's about giving the commissioner what she needs and this mayor what she needs. It's not about giving any money. It's about getting whatever's necessary.
No funds necessarily attached to it. It's about resources.
Right now, we don't need to talk about money. I am prepared to put whatever resources into it to make sure that I get the support that's necessary here. The chief of the state patrol has dispatched his people to make sure they're there. This is about getting the human resources and the equipment necessary to fight the fire. Save people, save their homes. This is not about dispersing money. That's a different day. Okay? Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
You bet.
Thank you, Governor.
Okay, there you go. Governor Chris Gregoire with the mayor, Richard Munson, and the folks at the command post, Spokane's mayor, the sheriff, talking about what this emergency declaration will mean for Spokane County. It will mean manpower. It will mean getting whatever resources we need. She talked about Department of Natural Resources planes starting tomorrow morning as long as the weather conditions hold. She also talked about that Chinook helicopter that could also assist us over here. That one is at McCord Air Force Base.